Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Smashing Wallace and Gromit discussions. In our first episode, as you probably see in the title of the episode, I'm going to be talking about the Wallace and Gromit films. The films are A Grandy Out, The Wrong Trousers, A Close Shave, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and A Matter of Loaf and Death. I talk about how successful they are, my favourite scenes, and if I like a half-hour short film or feature film. So let's get cracking. The first Wallace and Gromit adventure was, of course, A Grand Day Out. This one was one of the shorter ones, as it is 23 minutes long and 49 seconds, and I felt it was less epic than the other ones. But then this was more of a comedy film at the time. But it's still a great film. Well, the success of A Grand Day Out is probably because of its charm and animation. Because Nick Park, the creator, did all the animation himself. It's amazing how Wallace and Gromit have evolved. Because Wallace was going to be a postman called Jerry, and then Gromit was going to be a cat. I find it amazing that Nick did all the animation himself. No wonder it took him 6 years to complete it. One of my favourite scenes in this film has got to be the picnic scene, because I love the animation in this scene, and I love it when Wallace eats the cheese and asks Gromit to see what he thinks about it. It's really annoying that it did not win the Oscar, because it should have done. But all in all, it was still a great film, even though it felt less epic than the other ones. After A Grand Day Out lost the Oscar to Creature Comforts, Nick Park really wanted to do another Wallace and Gromit adventure. So he started drawing in his sketchbooks again, and with the help of co-writer Bob Baker and Steve Box helping with the animation side, they made the second Wallace and Gromit film, which was The Wrong Trousers. This film is the most successful Wallace and Gromit film to date. A lot of people and Wallace and Gromit fans love this film. The success is because it's funny and it has a well-told story. This film is sometimes described as an Alfred Hitchcock film. One of the reasons is because the orchestral soundtrack to the film, because Julie Nott does such a great job on the music in the film in the films. My favourite scenes in this film is the train chase and the museum scenes. I love how epic it feels and how great the story it is. And this film was Nick Park's second Oscar and first Oscar for Wallace and Gromit. And I think it definitely deserved to win the Oscar for Best Animated Short. The next film is A Close Shave, and this film was another great film for Wallace and Gromit. This film was again written by Nick Park and Bob Baker, but this time a whole team of about 30 animators worked on the film. This is a great film because it tells a great story, and is the first time where Wallace gets a love interest and first speaking role of another character, which is Wendelin. I think one of the success of a Close Shave is probably the character in Shaun the Sheep, because I think people and fans think that he's a cute character, and I do agree on that. He has his own series now, and in 2015 he is going to be in his own movie, which is very exciting. My favourite scene in this film is definitely the chase scene, and this scene is my favourite scene of the film and of all of the Wallace and Gromit history. The reason why is because I love how fast and action-paced it has, and the orchestral soundtrack in the scene as well. And it is great that it won the Oscar for Best Animated Short again, and it did deserve to win to win. Now we have The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Now this film and A Matter of Loaf and Death, which will be the next film to talk about, are my favourite Wallace and Gromit films. Now this film took 5 years to make, and this film marks Wallace and Gromit's first feature-length movie. Well, I remember seeing the trailer and the film in the cinemas, and I loved it. It's such a great movie. I would say that this will be the second successful Wallace and Gromit film, as well as The Wrong Trousers. I feel that the success has to be the plot and the twists in the film, and how adventurous the story is. The twist where we find out that Wallace is the were-rabbit, I think, is the best twist ever in the whole of Wallace and Gromit. Because it's shocking and very shocking, and it's just right. I think the soundtrack in the movie is absolutely fantastic. I feel it's the best film score in Wallace and Gromit. The soundtrack is on my YouTube channel if you want to listen to that. The music is composed by Julie Knott and produced by Hans Zimmer. It's really hard to think of a favourite scene, but one of my favourites is the aeroplane chase scene because of the fast pace and comedy in it. And again, this won another Academy Oscar, but this time for Best Animated Feature, and is the only stop-motion film to win the award. So that is great that it won the award. I think it was definitely great that it won the award. A Matter of Life and Death was originally going to be called Trouble at Mill, but I'm glad that it changed to A Matter of Life and Death. This film was to hopefully be the quickest shoot of Wallace and Gromit, and it was soon released on 2008 Christmas Day, which is where most of the Wallace and Gromit half-hour short films are released. Well, this film was the top viewing TV programme on BBC in 2008 and was viewed by about 16 million viewers. As I said, this film and The Curse of the Were-Rabbit are my favourite Wallace and Gromit films. What I love about this film, is because Gromit gets a girlfriend in this film, and of course her name is Fluffles, and I think the success in the film, and I think that's one of the success in the film, and I feel that the plot is very successful as well. Like The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, the music on this is spot on. I think the soundtrack is the best in any Wallace and Gromit short films. My favourite scenes in this film is the fight scene with Pilot Bakewell and Fluffles, and the scene where Gromit and Fluffles project the bomb that is in Wallace's trousers out of dough. I was very annoyed that this film did not win the Oscar, because it should have done, because it's such a great film. But you know, at least it won a BAFTA, because all the Wallace and Gromit films have won BAFTAs, by the way, so far. So that's basically it of the films. But now I'm going to be talking a little bit about if I would like a short film or a feature film. Well, the great thing about having a short film is because it feels like a movie, but it fits into half an hour, and it's not rushed. And it's not long to watch because Wallace and Gromit, because half hour is just right for Wallace and Gromit. Then a feature movie would be great because it's very epic, and you get to see Wallace and Gromit on the big screen. I would not mind if the next Wallace and Gromit film would be a feature film or a half-hour film. Half hour is normal for Wallace and Gromit, but then a feature film would be great. I would love to see Wallace and Gromit in the cinema again, but then I'd love to see them in half hour as well. So that's it for the first episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and comment on the video. If you prefer a half-hour short or feature film, or what your favourite film is, or and how successful do you think it is, and look out for the next episode. So see you soon. Bye.